we're trying to play by one set of rules, and these folks on the other side have played by a completely different set of rules. So much so that the President of the United States called Greg Abbott and told him, in essence, find 5 additional seats so we can rig the election next year and maintain the power and authority with the House of Representatives, which de facto amounts to no power, no authority, complete capitulation, so Trump can continue to run roughshod over our rights and liberty.
So this is Gavin Newsom trying to gin up enough energy and support from Democrats to fight back in different ways rather than saying, wait until the election, wait until the election. I know Gavin Newsom has his issues, but when it comes to fighting back and having to talk to guys like Donald Trump who run roughshod over everyone else and kicks them in their face while they go, oh, I'm sorry, maybe the people will actually see my face bloodied and want to support me next time, instead of actually doing something about it, Gavin Newsom is at least saying things like this to get things moving. There is one candidate for, I believe, Congress down in Texas. His name is Isaiah Martin. Maybe you guys saw this too. He took a few minutes to shame the people in the room that were doing Donald Trump's bidding, including Eric Abbott. He wasn't in the room, but Eric Abbott is the ringleader of this whole thing to follow Donald Trump's lead on trying to steal more seats because he knows his policies absolutely effing suck. Here's Isaiah Martin.
Because the game is rigged. We already know this way the situation's going to be. Many of you that are Republicans that are looking at you guys understand the game. You got to get Trump's endorsement. That's the name of the game to be a Republican nowadays. And you know very clearly that Trump told every single one of you that he needs 5 seats. There will be a retaliation for that. You've seen states like California say that they will gerrymander Republicans out of their states. You see the same thing in Maryland. The same thing is going to happen in New York. While you were in here, Governor Kathy Hochul said that she will be gerrymandering Republicans out of their seats. The same thing is going to happen in New Jersey. So for all of the work that you guys see that you guys claim to be doing, when we should be talking about the fact that we live in a state that is unaffordable for people, our economy is wrecked, people cannot find good jobs, we literally have property taxes going up every single year, despite the fact that you Republicans have been in office for nearly 30 straight years. I mean, this is the game that we live in right here. And you choose, after we literally got after one of the worst mass casualty events in our state's history, to go and gerrymander people out of their seats. That's what you have chosen to do with your time, because you're scared of Donald Trump. You are scared and terrified because you're seeking an endorsement when you understand the truth. And the funny part about it is that you all know it's true. You can't react to it. I see you guys' faces. You can't react to it, but you all know what the situation is. Because Donald Trump runs this body. He runs your vote, he runs your vote, he runs your vote, he runs your vote, because you guys know that you cannot dare cross him. And ultimately, what we need in this state are people that have the cojones to actually go forward and call this stuff out. And you can thank your failed, senile, dilapidated, Epstein partying with president for all of the work that we're about to do to every single one of you.
Thank you for your testimony.
You did this, you caused this, and this is the result of you and your work. No, I'm not going to finish.
Witness's time has expired.
I'm not finished. Because ultimately, who doesn't have a say in this are the people of this state, the 40 million people that you guys just kicked
Witness
off
will come to order. The gentleman will be removed.
Shame. You need to have shame. History will not remember you for what you have done. It is a shame.
Members.
You need to have shame. History will not remember you for what you have done. It is a shame. Members. It is horrific for what you have.
Jesus, get off of him.
It's horrific for what you have done. You should all be ashamed.
Isaiah Martin decided to stand up to this redistricting that they continue to push and act like it's a normal thing. Now, redistricting has always been happening. It happens in Republican states. It happens in Democratic states. The situation is it's always back and forth. And as we've seen, the most redistricted states are Republican ones that keep talking about mandates and the will of the people, and we're just doing what the vast majority of the people want us to do. And because they're losing in Texas, and because these policies absolutely suck, I want to show you guys the map that they were proposing to redistrict that got Isaiah Martin run out of there. I'm not sure if you can see the blue sections. There's a small part there in the western corner of the state, and 3 to 4 other small dots there in the middle down to the south of the state. This is the proposed congressional map where it'll eliminate 5 Democratic seats. because Donald Trump told the Governor Abbott to do it because his policies suck. If your policies are so great, why can't you present them to the American people and get the majority of them to vote for it? They're openly saying, we suck, we have to cheat. I want to go back to Governor Gavin Newsom from California. He spoke a little bit longer about this approach and his plan that is now apparently going to spread to Jersey, New York. There's a few other states that have a large number of liberal cities and large population areas, that the only way to fight this kind of, cheating is to respond and make sure that they whine and cry about it too. Because if we just go to courts and talk about, district courts and the Supreme Court even, to do the right thing when it comes to disenfranchising voters and literally eliminating Democratic seats because you can't fight off of your agendas, then it's about time to fight back and have them whine and cry about it, and we'll have this fight together and make sure we don't do this process anymore.
It's exhausting. I'm sick of it, and I don't want to be on the receiving end of that anymore. I'm sick and tired of being on our heels. Got to be on our toes. It's not about, fighting back. It's about leaning forward, and it's about setting the tone and tenor. I'm sick of this party needs to wake up. These guys aren't screwing around. And I say this not in literal sense, but they're assassins when it comes to the way they weaponize grievance and the way they play politics.
Yeah.
Enough. I mean, what more goddamn evidence do we need? Excuse my language. I mean, they've rolled back the last half century. In real time, that's just 6 months.
Right.
Can you imagine this guy having an additional 42 months with no system of checks and balances, no oversight? I mean, seriously, the hell else more evidence do you need? This is an existential moment. And so Democrats, if we want to have a party, if we want to be functioning, not just as a party, but as a democracy, if we want a system of checks and balances, we believe in the rule of law, if you believe in popular sovereignty, this is not about popular sovereignty. This guy wants to wire. He tried to break this democracy, try to light it on fire on January 6th. We have got to enter a new mindset, and we've got to get back on this playing field, and we've got to do it with the kind of vigor that our kids and grandkids deserve, that liberty and freedom deserves this moment. The founding fathers deserve the principles that define the best of Roman Republic and Greek democracy. That's on the line unless we stand the line and stand guard of this democracy. And that means we got to go on offense. No more defense. Go on offense. Fight fire with fire. So you ask me, am I in? I'm all in. You ask me, am I committed? I'm all in, committed, and resolved.
I know Gavin Newsom has a way. It's very political. It's very polished. But I'm gonna have this edge. I'm willing to bypass what I see as the performative nature of that and go to the actions behind it. This has been the problem. There's been plenty of people on the Democratic side who say things the right way and don't do them. If he continues on the road of doing these things that are in direct competition with this destructive nature of this entire MAGA party, I'm all for it. I don't care that he's performative. All of them are. Let's keep it real. So if action happens, let's go for it. And then when they start whining, like JD Vance has been whining because of these plans from Gavin Newsom, we can talk about what it is that they're doing, and they'll tell their constituents, they'll tell their followers. Can you believe what's happening? Check this out from JD Vance. He has the nerve to post this. This was crazy. He said the gerrymander in California is outrageous. Of their 52 congressional districts, 9 of them are Republican. That means 17% of the delegation is Republican, and Republicans regularly win 40% of the vote in that state. How can this possibly be allowed? Come on, bro. He's upset that there's going to be a gerrymandering in California that isn't even going to equal what it is they're trying to do in Texas, which would eliminate 5 more seats. So in response, he's not crying about it. There was someone that responded to what he said, though, and asked him, where's the rest of that tweet, or that you edited, or that you had deleted and reposted here? Here's the full tweet. Remember what he first said. He said all that and said, how can we let this happen? Look at what he tweeted before that. Someone, of course, grabbed a screenshot. Just under when he said the 40% of the vote in that state, he said Republicans in Texas are right to fight back. Republicans in Texas are right to fight back. Number one, the California gerrymandering idea is in response to Texas doing it. When Texas did it, it was after Donald Trump told Governor Abbott to go do it. So he followed behind and did it. And now JD Vance at first was trying to act like Texas is responding to California gerrymandering, but he knew that there'd be too many people that would ask Grok on stupid ass X, is this true, Grok? And then Grok would say, JD Vance is bullshitting you. So in order to avoid that, he cut out the part about Texas has to fight back. Because what else that would do? It would force people to go and look at what Texas is doing and see all that red on that same map that we just saw a minute ago and go, why is Texas disenfranchising all these voters and literally rigging the game as these policies from this administration absolutely suck and destroy people's lives, where even Republicans are going, I didn't vote for this. So he had to change it. JD Vance is a disaster.